Hey guys, welcome to Weighintime. I am so sorry that it's been such a long time since I uploaded a video, and that's what this video is about. It wouldn't be a Weighintime without a water reminder. So drink some water. You need at least 2.5 litres of water every single day. And of course it is the Sunday weigh-in, back after a long time, so drop your gains, your losses, your tips and your tricks into the comment section below. Now, this episode, I've been wanting to do this episode for a very long time. And it's obviously very difficult for me to talk about. And I feel like with this channel, I've always been honest with you and I've never held anything back. And I have been away for a long time. And a lot of you have messaged me asking me where I am and hoping that I'm okay. And thank you so much, because every time I do always read those messages and I will try and respond when I can. And the truth is, I haven't been okay. And the reason for that is because over the last few months, I have been suffering from depression, mental health issues. There's been quite a lot of things which are going on in my life, and they have got me down. And as a result, they have affected my creativity with videos and also my drive. Now, I know that not everybody watching this is going to have depression, or I know that people who are watching this maybe have depression now, or there is a good chance that you might know somebody who has depression. And that is a very personal thing for a lot of people. Depression, even though it affects people in a similar way, the triggers can be very, very different. And for me, it's been some personal problems in my life, but for other people, it could be weight loss. It could be the fact that they've gained weight and now they are depressed and they're down about it. It could be to do with the fact that they are depressed and down and they've gained weight. It could have nothing to do with weight loss whatsoever. It could be just a random thing. Now, the best way to describe mental health and depression is just a kind of a mist or a dark feeling. You don't know why you're feeling down, you don't know why you're feeling upset, but it just takes over, and that's what I've been having. So that's the reason why I haven't been doing videos recently. And I wanted to talk about weight loss because I haven't been to Slimming World Group. I've started a new job recently, and that's one of the reasons. But the other reasons are because I haven't been following the plan, because I haven't had the motivation and I haven't had the drive to keep my weight loss journey up, because I've just been feeling a bit blue. Now don't worry, I am on the mend. Obviously, as anybody with depression knows, or somebody who you know that is suffering from depression, it comes and goes, and it has good days and bad days, and I'm having a lot more good days than bad days recently, but it's still affecting me. And the way I've treated it at the moment is, I used to hold a lot of stuff in. Like, I've always held stuff in. I've always been the sort of person who doesn't really show emotions, and I think that's something which a lot of people do, and it's not the best thing to do. You should always share your emotions with people, and with people who will understand. So loved ones, friends, relatives, maybe somebody that you know in a slimming group, or just somebody that you know is going through the same thing. It's always good about sharing it, and I'm glad to say that I've got to a point where I can say, today I'm having a blue day, you know, whereas that's not something I would have ever said in the past. I've been to my doctors. I've been prescribed citalopram, which is an antidepressant, which is something which I never thought I would ever do. And I think this this has affected me for it's affected me for a long time, but in different forms. Depression can have many forms, and one of them, which I used to suffer when I was 26.5 stone, was hypochondria. Now, people don't think about hypochondria being a very serious thing, but for me it really was. And that is just a form of anxiety and a form of depression. I went to see a nurse, or a mental health nurse, that my doctor prescribed to me, and I went to see her, and she said, well, it sounds like you're suffering from anxiety. And I was like, no, I'm not anxious. Like, I'm the most confident person you meet. I don't mind talking in front of, thousands of people. And then she explained to me that anxiety isn't about being nervous around people. It can take various different forms, and a lot of them can be just you worrying constantly about things that are going to happen, or about things that have happened in the past. And one of the worst things which you can do with depression is think about the past. And again, that comes down to weight loss. If you've had a bad day, don't think about it, just move on from it, because if you think about it, you're only going to be like, well, I had a bad day, then I'm going to go back and have a bad day again. It's a subject which I wanted to bring up on this video, and it's also a subject that I want to talk about more, because I've learned a lot of techniques in order to make myself have much better days than sad days. And if you have ever thought about going on antidepressants, they are not a one pill which will fix everything, because they have side effects as well, and one of them is tiredness and being a bit more lethargic than before. In fact, I've had a 3-hour nap today, but don't tell anyone. So I think there are many things that you can do, but something which has really helped me, and it's something which a lot of people think is just a fad, but it's called mindfulness. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. Mindfulness is a form of meditation, if you will, but it is incredibly useful, and I'm going to go more into mindfulness and ways that you can help with depression and anxiety in future videos. But with mindfulness, it takes you out of your head, if you will, because most of the time when you're feeling blue or you're feeling anxious, you're thinking about the past, or you're thinking about the future. But the thing is, you're not in the future yet, you're not in the past yet, you're right here and right now. And that's what mindfulness teaches you to do, to be in the moment. And I've had various times where I felt down, I felt anxious, I felt unhappy, and it's because I'm thinking about the past, I'm thinking about the future, and all I really need to do is think about right now. And that's what mindfulness trains you to do. So I've listened to loads of books on Audible, not sponsored. I've listened to loads of books, and I've read loads of books on mindfulness. It's definitely given me something to help towards. So I wanted to just basically share that story with you, and say to you that there are other people out there that are going through exactly the same thing as you are. And if you bottle it up, it's just going to get worse and worse. You need to speak to somebody about it. Either speak to your GP, but more importantly, speak to your friends, speak to your family, and just let them know what's going on. Because the worst thing I did was I just bottled everything up, and it just eventually, like a soda can, it just explodes. And that's when you have issues. You need to be able to talk about things that you're going through straight away, and then put them in the past. The worst thing, like I've said various times, is thinking about the past and thinking about the future. You've got to think about right now. And if you haven't already looked into mindfulness, I strongly recommend you do it. I will be talking about it more on the channel. And I never thought I'd say this, but Ruby Wax books really helped me. She's got 3 books on mindfulness. If you haven't had a look at them, I definitely would check them out, because they really do help. Now, on the subject of surrounding yourself with people that you love and that support you, I'm pleased to say that SlimCon 2018 is definitely happening this year. It's going to be happening in Manchester in September. Now, I haven't confirmed a venue or a specific date yet, but it will be in September. It will be on a weekend and it will be in Manchester. And so far confirmed, I have a list. That's how organised I am. So far confirmed, we have the Livingstones, we've got Jane and Charlie SW, we've got Tilly is there, we have Trimmed Tan so far confirmed, Debbie SW, the Hairy Slimmer, Just Julie, and there are going to be much more, and stands and stalls and all that kind of stuff. So keep checking out the channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon for future information about that. And that brings me to the Sunday weigh-in. Now, normally I will ask you to drop your gains, your losses, your tips and your tricks into the comment section below, and I'd love you to do that. As always, I've missed you, and again, I'm sorry that I've been away, but I'd like to just open the discussion about mental health and depression into the comment section below. So if you are somebody who is suffering from anxiety or depression, obviously if you don't want to mention it, that's fine. Just send me a personal message on Instagram or Facebook. But I want to hear what your thoughts are, and if you are struggling or if you have got through it, what has helped you, and then I can use that information and help other people, because I really want to make everybody aware of mental health issues, because it is a very big subject and I know it affects a lot more people than you think, and also it affects a lot of men as well. Not that they will admit it, but it will affect a lot of men. So I'd love to hear from you and your personal stories. I will be back again. The videos will hopefully be regular as normal, but like I said, please understand that I do have up days and I do have down days, and sometimes I don't feel in the creative mindset to actually do a video, so please understand that. I will be doing more videos, more varied stuff, but of course the slimming world, the diet stuff is all going to be there, and there's going to be a lot more fun to come. So please, thank you so much for supporting me and subscribing to me, and also all of the love and support I get from Instagram, Facebook, emails. It really means the world to me. So thank you so much for supporting me, and I really look forward to helping you and supporting you in the future. The main message I want to get across is that you can get through this. This is not you. Depression is not you. It is just something that is going on in your brain, and you can fight it and you can get past it. Yes, you can have some blue days. Yes, you're going to have some really happy days, but you will get through depression, and that's what I want to try and do. I want to try and help with that, and I really want to share my experiences, and hopefully you share your experiences with me so that we can help other people fight this horrible thing, which is mental health. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, and if you haven't done so already, please comment below. Have an amazing morning, afternoon or evening whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you next time.